Alright, welcome back everyone to part 3 of our Let's Play of Star Wars Squadrons. Now, originally I had this recorded off of my PS4, because that's what I'm playing off of, but I was messing up so many times the initial footage that most of it got cut out, so hopefully this time around we'll be able to get the full experience. If I die one or two times I should be fine. But yeah, here's hoping I don't mess up again. Anyway, other than that, let's get started here. So we have the droid R2 unit here. And before we head inside, because the last time where we left off, we were going to meet a mysterious visitor, and I had a suspicion on who it is. I'm not gonna say anything more past that. Let's just talk to Gunny and Keo real quick.
The Empire won't push into our territory again anytime soon.
Thanks to our new pilot.
Yeah, and thanks to the rest of us. This isn't a race, all right? We're a team.
You're right, Gunny. But still, nice flying out there.
Speaking of fancy flying, I was thinking about the Dragon Void run from a few years back. You see that one, Keo?
Oh, sure. I caught the whole thing on the HoloNet.
Yeah, me too. I watched the entire thing, but for the life of me, I can't recall who won.
I think it was one of the Ash twins? No, wait. Dylan Vooks.
Yeah, that's it. Boy, he was something back then. In fact, the only pilot I've seen that comes close since is Keo here.
Oh, come on. Dylan Vooks got 9 championships. I've only got 5.
Well, fun as this is, Commander Javes has someone special waiting for us in the briefing room. Let's get in there and find out what's next.
Alright, time to go see who this mysterious visitor is. Just head straight into briefing. Hey.
Where is it now?
I know that pilot.
I helped Talus Group chase it away from a medical convoy towards Yavin. It's pinned in the upper atmosphere with no hyperdrive, but too many fighters for Talus Group to handle alone.
This might work out for both of us. Come, meet our visitor.
Wedge Antilles, Rogue Squadron. I hear you're the reason I was able to finally get a comm through. I have a Star Destroyer problem that Vanguard might be able to help me solve.
We need a Star Destroyer for Project Starhawk, intact. Now we prove what Vanguard's made of. Wedge, if you would.
Good to see Wedge. I think a fun fact is, if someone who's never watched the Star Wars movies, Wedge is one of the important characters. He's not like on the level of Luke and Han and all of them, of course, but he's important in his own right. If you were to watch the movies, I honestly just say one thing: look out for Wedge. And with that out of the way, let's get started with the briefing.
As you may have overheard, Talus Group has cornered the Imperial Star Destroyer Victorum above the planet Yavin. They're in tough, but it's presented a great opportunity for us to not only disable that Star Destroyer, but to seize control. So first, we need to give ourselves some cover by knocking out the turrets. Naturally, if we can also take out the targeting system, that'll buy us even more time. Next, we need to prepare the Star Destroyer for boarding. You'll need to find a potential breach point in the Victorum's hull, preferably near the bridge. Once you find a good spot, bombard it until the hull is breached. However, we can expect that the Victorum still has plenty of TIE fighters. They will try to stop us. Once the skies are clear, we can bring in the boarding team. While our troops capture the bridge, Vanguard will defend the exterior from reinforcements. Once the boarding team has seized the bridge and is in control of the Star Destroyer, we'll rendezvous with the Temperance. Okay, I think I accidentally made stealing a Star Destroyer sound simple. Let's hope it is.
Yeah, let's hope. Alright, before we get started, looks like we have some conversations to take part in. So let's start with Lyndon and Arlo.
The Star Destroyer? Aren't you tossing him in the deep end a little early, Lyndon?
Vanguard can handle it. Can't you? Besides, Project Starhawk needs that Star Destroyer for... well, you know.
Huh.
Wedge made a name for himself at the Battle of Yavin. He knows that system better than the Empire ever will. You'll be fighting on the Rebellion's old turf, so if Wedge has any advice, he'd be smart to listen.
You know, a wounded Krakana can still bite. Just watch yourself around that Star Destroyer, huh?
Get out there as soon as you can.
Alright, got some good advice from Lyndon and Ardo. Now let's hear Wedge's conversation.
Sorry for the speedy introduction, but Talos Group was counting on me to get reinforcements fast. Your commander says you have talent. Enough to steal a Star Destroyer and get away with it.
That's right.
Normally, I'd have Rogue Squadron for this, but General Syndulla gave me a temporary assignment to Project Starhawk. Meanwhile, Rogue is handling, well, that's classified too. General Syndulla keeps us busy. Your commander and I have something in common. I once flew for the Empire too, at Sky Strike Academy. Turning
Interesting
to the
episode of
Rebellion
Rebels
was the
you guys
smartest
watched.
move I ever made. I wish more of my friends had done the same. Look, I appreciate the talk, but Talos Group's waiting for us.
Yeah, let's go. So, again, apologies for interrupting Wedge at that point, but, yeah, they actually cover, Wedge's turn to the Rebellion in, an episode of Rebels. I won't go into the episode in full detail, but it's basically a mission involving Sabine, if I recall correctly. You could probably look it up anywhere. It's pretty common to find now, or if you're a Star Wars fan, it's pretty common knowledge. But other than that, let's just get back to the hangar and see what we got to do from there. All right. Looks like before we can prep for launch, Grace has a conversation point, so let's see what she has to say.
So, we're headed to Yavin. In exalted company, it seems. And now we know Project Starhawk needs an Imperial Star Destroyer. That's enough firepower to tackle a small fleet, or a means to catch the Empire off guard. But that wouldn't warrant all this secrecy. There must be more to the Commander's plan. We'll just have to trust him. Too bad there isn't an easier way to get what we need. Even a damaged Star Destroyer has deck upon deck of Durasteel plating, turrets, shields. My poor, bigoted father called Star Destroyers the fists of the Empire. He wasn't wrong. But they can be beaten. If you're good and lucky. Let's stay optimistic. To Yavin, then. Let's not delay.
If I were a Jedi, I'd say there's no such thing as luck, but I'm not, so I guess we're just gonna have to rely on it for this mission. Alright, so it looks like our vehicle has been chosen for us, and we get to fly an X-Wing again. So let's just prep for launch here.
The commander wants you in an X-Wing for this mission. Got you outfitted with ion missiles. They disable enemy fighters and they'll
Pardon
disable
that.
subsystems on enemy
Yeah, I
capital
play
ships too.
fighters too. Although I haven't touched Street Fighter in a while, so I might get into that. Maybe stream it on Twitch. Getting back to the real game at hand here, though. Looks like we've got standard laser cannon, repair droid, ion missile, seeker warhead, standard hold, standard deflector, and standard engine. As Zerelda pointed out, the new component that we're using right now is the ion missile. And if I know anything about ion missiles, it's that you can expect a lot of disabling of enemy ships, which will make it easier for us to take them down. Won't that be fun? Huh? Alright, so other than that little tidbit, it looks like we can't do much else here except hide the loadout. Yeah, that's all we can do. The only other thing we can do is launch the mission, so we'll get that started. Flying off into space. I'm not gonna cap, this game is so good. Like, gameplay aside.
This place always brings back memories. Let's hope for some of that Skywalker luck today.
I wish he was featured.
Ready,
in this
Vanguard?
shit.
Go ahead. His lead.
Got it.
This is Buzz Leader, calling for immediate assistance.
Captain Antilles with Vanguard Squadron. Here to help.
It's damn good to see you, Wedge. We've taken heavy losses. We need that Star Destroyer stopped.
Don't you worry. We're here to hijack it.
You're what?
Be ready.
I like how
Interceptors.
the
Those
leaders,
are gonna be the first to
Palace
go.
leaders, surprised.
Agreed. They're fast. They'll rip right through our fighters. Vanguard, prioritize targets.
Right here and ready to go.
Okay, so this is basically what I was saying before. Ion weapons deal minimal hull damage, but are ideal for squad tactics. Use them to disable enemy fighters, leaving them adrift. Easy targets for your wingmates. So yeah, once you get hit by one of these things, they'll leave you suspended. So you best hope that you have some backup if you get hit, or if you're the attacker, that you have your teammates ready to back you up when you fire it. But let's get
That ion missile knocked their systems dead. We'll finish them off.
I'm being followed.
You don't need to thank me.
That's it.
you'll get far.
Push the Imperials back.
You got it.
Yeah, right out my mouth. Alright, better to be finding another enemy to shoot down rather than just stick to one.
The Star Destroyer just launched a new swarm of TIE interceptors. Stay sharp.
I'll pay you back for that.
Disabled target. I'm on it.
Yeah, I get the feeling I'm not going to be doing much fighting. Like, I'm mostly just going to try to avoid enemies. And it's not through any fault of the game, so it's just like, when it comes to these controllers, it's like, you gotta find the right play style, and when you do, it still feels difficult to handle it. I'm getting the hang of it. I already like the countermeasure feature in this game. No, wait, that's not the not countermeasure, the power diversion system. Like, you're able to divert your systems to whatever you need in the moment. So like right now I have engines primed, so that means I'm able to move a lot better, and I'm able to boost. So yeah, it's definitely good. That's definitely good when you need to get away from a lot of enemies. If I change my weapons, notice when I start shooting, I don't lose power to my weapons, as you can see by the little horizontal bar on top of
We've
mine.
taken heavy losses. We need to make a few repairs, then get ourselves out of here.
Roger that, Talos Leader. And don't worry about the Imperials. We'll keep them busy.
You're really gonna steal that Star Destroyer?
That's the plan.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was speaking
Okay,
over
Vanguard,
them.
Let's head for the Victorum.
But yeah, so basically, weapons diverting is a crucial asset when it comes to engagements. You want to be able to choose the right, well, they're actually going to explain another system, but you want to be able to choose the right system for the right moment. And in this case, we're going to be focusing on shields. You can focus your shields toward the front and back of your ship to maximize protection on one side while leaving the other side exposed. Okay. So let's see. Open the shield focus selector, select the front.
Look out its targeting system.
Let's do it!
Putting power to forward shields. All that damage, and this thing still has teeth.
No wonder Talos Group took a beating just chasing it here.
did it.
Get in safely.
There's no chance to capture that Star Destroyer. If we take the bridge, we'll have access to its internal systems. Scan for a breach point, so we can send an aborting team. You're up, 5.
Bridging a Star Destroyer.
Let's see.
Just like the old days. Look out, Vanguard. We got a gunny story incoming.
Oh boy.
Sure. Just tell me when I can turn my comms back on. Let's keep looking.
Imperial fighters incoming.
Now, seeing as how I've already played these, I know exactly where to go, but well, saying that just kind of ruins it. But let's just head over to the spot. I'm sorry, I'm not usually good at this commentary stuff, except when I'm playing Battlefront. That's when I know how to commentate. And even then, it's like most of the expansion.
They got my shields! Taking damage! Here! Get 17 in here! Get a punch, will ya? Took them out!
Breakthrough now.
Hey, 5, how about you breach that breach point?
That's what I'm doing. Relax. Get in,
Right in the trash chute.
Now, push those last fighters back. Clear the skies. These Imperials just keep coming.
That'll leave a mark. Damn it. The scepter's on me. Can't shake 'em.
Vanguard 5, help them out.
On your way. I'm in a real bind here.
No way, Chris. Stay alive, little boy.
Enemy is persistent.
You heard the droid. Got one on my tail.
Yes. Thanks, 5. I owe you one. Let's stop those fighters. I got him.
Shoot through stuff. Dang, I need something to shoot.
Just subscribe.
Nope. That's a friend. That's heal. Here we go.
Keep it up.
According to the HUD, we should be... Ah, dang it. Come on, he's almost dead. Please. Ah. As Obi-Wan would said, flying is for joy. Alright, got him.
That's it. All fighters destroyed. Great work. U-Wings are on their way. We can bring the boarding team in safely.
You're in the clear.
Follow me to the rendezvous. We'll give them cover.
Vanguard, let's go.
Glitch now. Targeted on him. There we go. This is right here.
sights.
Oh,
Ready to take on a Star Destroyer?
it's the boarding team. I'm shooting at the boarding team. Oh no, I'm an Imperial. Sleeper Imperial.
Heard him, Vanguard. Guide those U-wings into position. Stay sharp.
What about the Star Destroyer's crew?
If a boarding party takes the bridge, they'll slice internal security systems. The crew won't be a problem with no computer access and all the blast doors locked.
We've got an Imperial carrier. They're launching reinforcements.
They're not giving up the Victorum without a fight. Vanguard, take down that cruiser.
You got it. It's targeting. Oh, this is basically what I was doing earlier, if you noticed. So it's talking about our advanced targeting system. It'll basically help in selecting specific objectives. So instead of like, you know, everything at once, you could target allies only or enemies only. And it's best to show, you know, show not tell. Here. Just flick. All you have to do is flick the control stick in the direction you want it to be. And in this case, like I said, all enemies. Why keep doing that? Oh.
Team here, secure the breach point.
Nice. Ion missiles are rated against shields.
We're wearing the carrier down.
Whoa.
Keep at it.
Look how it's around, huh?
I always pay my debts. Eventually.
Heck yeah. I love this job.
Oh, did we do it?
Almost there, Vanguard. Take that carrier down.
Oh, no, it's
Carrier destroyed. Final. Great work.
okay.
Taking fire, but we're almost to the bridge. All right, team. Let's finish off the rest. Bridge is sealed. Cutting through the blast doors.
Starts again with this.
It's underrated.
Oh, the shields. You really gotta be on the ball with this. Otherwise they'll just shoot down. Shields recharge. There's the left. Come on, you get hit. Before he gets...
Stay down.
Okay. Regroup at my position. On me. Vanguard. Let's regroup at the Victorum. The boarding team might need support.
We're
Almost through those blast doors.
falling in behind wedge.
We've got another Imperial carrier.
Make that 3 carriers.
That's a lot. Get ready, everyone. We're in! Taking control now!
Oh, thank goodness. Get them all out.
That Star Destroyer's taken down its own carrier. What a sight!
Probably wasn't shooting at
Ship
him.
is ours.
You actually did it. And Project Starhawk has a Star Destroyer.
Great work. General Sardula will be impressed. Wedge, out.
Help from Wedge Antilles. You've captured the Star Destroyer Victorium. Its role in the mysterious Project Starhawk is yet to be revealed, but Lyndon J. promises answers soon. I hope so. Alright, well that was a pretty interesting mission. We got to help Wedge Antilles take Star Destroyer, and now it'll be used for whatever this Project Starhawk is. May or may not already know what it is or what it involves, but I'm going to keep that hush hush for the next episode. And for now, I'm just going to sign off. So this has been Dark Master 15 signing off.